please remind me if I don't do it, which is to stop recording or pause the recording when I talk about the financial numbers, because I don't think that we want that of all things out there in the public. But we'll record it otherwise, and it'll be on YouTube. So just so you know, I don't know what all is being recorded, if it's just the active speaker or the whole gallery all the time. But we'll see. All right, so, I'm Alex Robinson. I've been the president for Antelope Neighborhood Association for, I'm not sure how long, maybe 7 or 8 years now, and been involved for over a decade. So that's my quick introduction, and I'll pass it on to Dean.
And my name is Dean Willingham. I am the current vice president, and I've kind of been trailing behind Alex for most of that time as well.
Okay. And maybe we'll go to you, Mark. We're not getting your audio. Nope, still muted. Yeah, Mark, I see you're talking, but I also see your microphone is listed as being muted.
Should be down the bottom left-hand corner to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Took me a while to go through a few of those. So I'm Mark Piccioni, and I've lived in the neighborhood since 1992, original owner of my home here, and been involved in the neighborhood association from the beginning. And right now I have the position of the Architectural Control Committee chairperson.
And we'll move to you, Betty. I see you're on the screen now.
Hi.
Hey, Betty. I was just going to ask the committee members to introduce themselves and the officers. Betty's still also one of our Architectural Control Committee members. And Michelle, I see that you're on. I don't see your video, but I do see your name up. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Michelle Eimer Marks. Am I?
Yeah, that's your echo.
I think you're in outer space.
You may have 2 active speakers going, or microphones.
I'm back.
All right. Thanks. Michelle's our treasurer. So, all right. And we are presently short of a secretary right now. So we're looking for somebody to step up to be secretary. That will bring our officer board up to 4 members, and we're required to have at least 3 at all times. So we would like to have a volunteer for that.
Alex, what does that involve? The office of secretary, what duties and responsibilities do they have?
Thanks, Mark. For duties and responsibilities would normally be taking notes on annual meeting, and really could be more involved doing things like checking the email and drafting responses and passing on emails that might have higher importance to the officers where decisions might need to be made. But if it's simple responses, responding. And there could also be roles like making photocopies and distributing, helping distribute copies to the neighborhood when, especially maybe when a new neighborhood member, new neighbor moves into a house, when there's a house sale or a new renter. It'd be good to get that household the architectural control short 3-pager and the introduction to the the welcome to the neighborhood sheet and those types of things. So.
Well, before I got involved in the Architectural Control Committee, I was secretary of our neighborhood association for several years. And so I didn't find it to be that demanding of a job to do. It's really not that difficult. It doesn't take that much time. As Alex said, there's a few things you have to do here and there, but it's pretty sporadic. And so if anyone's interested, I don't think it would be that undue a burden for you to step up and do it. So hopefully that inspires somebody to volunteer.
So we'll take a volunteer anytime. And if you don't want to put your name out now, email us. Either way, we'd like to have some volunteers all across the board. I know that we don't want to all do this forever. We don't want it to seem like a dynasty, or, you know, certainly I hope we're not tyrannical, but we would like some new officers. And if training helps you come along and make a decision to step into a role, I think we are looking to replace all the officers, and we don't want to leave positions open. We certainly don't want the neighborhood association to end. And so we do want some volunteers to step up and give myself and Dean and Michelle some retirement status. So that's our pitch for now. Let's see. So I was going to put up the topics that I wanted to talk about today. So in short, we've got the financial report, update on landscaping. There is a new apartment complex that is going to almost certainly be developed at the north end of Tennyson, which runs along our east side border. And I've got a little presentation that the developer sent that I'll share the highlights from. And I can share the whole presentation as well, but there's no time for that here. A little update from the Architectural Control Committee and Social Committee. I don't see anybody here from there, but well, you know, that's kind of been on hiatus for a while, but there's, you know, I'll give a small update on that. And a little bit on crime in the neighborhood, and also open up the floor for anything that anybody would like to comment on. So Michelle, I'll see, are you good with your microphone now? Can we see if you got that echo taken care of?
How's this?
That works great.
Okay. So as Alex said, I became treasurer, I think about 3 years ago, to my surprise. But it was due to need, and I guess I'm the type to try and deal with needs. And as you can tell, I'm not the most tech savvy person. So I apologize for anything that I may not have quite as you'd like. But I'd like to start off with our expenses and we're talking about 2019 through 2020. So that's behind because of COVID. During that time, we had our landscaping totally taken care of by WaterQuest, which we switched to due to the cost of LECO compared to what we thought we should be spending. This past year, for WaterQuest, we spent just a little over $3,000. With LECO, we were spending $450 a month, so almost $5,000 a year. I've been rather okay with our service, or not happy, because they have responded well to, as you may have noticed, we've lost a number of our, I call them palms, but I know they're not palms.
Palm yucca.
Yuccas.
Yucca, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm too Florida centric. And they have responded rather quickly, as they were safety hazards for the two that were actually in the road. And then we just recently had 2 more removed. For those who might have yuccas, just an FYI, their lifespan is 25 to 30 years, and we're reaching that number based on when the development was put in. We had a few other expenses. We spent slightly over $500 making sure no one is electrocuted at the entrance on the side where the light is currently working. We did have a solar light for a time before it walked off and is now shining somewhere else. And other small expenses are the website of approximately $20, the copies for our dues form of about $20, and then there's state paperwork that Alex has kindly taken care of that per year is $10. So our total expenses were approximately $3,600. For income, we had a